Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Alright, there's the babies. There's my grandson.
Hi.
So I told him I had a gift for him. And he's got rules. Get down there. I want you to be on camera when you open it. So, tell me what you think.
Knives?
Unwrap it. Be careful with it.
Unwrapping one of it.
Just be careful with it. Try to tear it off the handle. Pull the sheath off. There you go. Be careful, that thing's sharp. Hey, there you go. Now you're using your head. Alright, get that note, get the sheath out. That's the sheath. Yep, it goes in there. It just slides in. It just slides in. What do you think?
I like it.
Huh?
I like it.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, what are the rules?
Don't use it unless you're around.
It stays in the sheath unless I tell you you can take it out. And it stays where?
On the homestead.
Alright.
Never bring it anywhere else but the homestead.
Until you learn responsibility with it.
I should
Alright.
take this out and put this on it.
I hope y'all enjoyed that. I like to see that big old grin on his face. Hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, so Reed and I, well, let me turn around. Let's go this way. Reed and I have been working outside as much as we could today. He's spending, it was originally supposed to be Saturday and then after church Sunday and Monday, but his mama messaged me a little while ago. His daddy's got COVID. So she said he could stay all the way through till Monday evening. So hopefully his daddy will be a little better by then. But let me show y'all something. Y'all see that? Almost an inch and a half of rain. That's today. I had 1/10 of an inch last night before we went inside. And now we've gotten 1 inch and 4/10. So that's 1.5 inches of rain in less than 24 hours. But the road is completely flooded. Too late for me to flip around and show y'all. But it's flooded all the way across to my mailbox.
It's a puddle.
Yeah, it's what, Reed?
It's a puddle.
A big puddle.
I threw a rock in there and the splash was like this high.
Alright, so let's go. We just finished harvesting the garden. So you need to go dump one of those baskets into the sink, the clean side of the sink, because it got dishes in the other side, right? From me and you. And bring the basket so we can get the eggs.
Okay.
So I wasn't prepared, y'all. But either way, I'm gonna show y'all what we did with the raised bed garden. But I hope y'all enjoyed the little clip I started off with to see the gift that I gave for my grandson. And so far he's doing pretty good with it. But we were cutting the zucchini off a little while ago, and he cut the entire big chunk of the top of the plant off that I had to throw out. Luckily it only had a bunch of little tiny ones on it. It didn't have any big ones on it. So
Got it.
so what'd you do to the zucchini plant with your knife?
I cut it off the vine.
Cut a big chunk off the top. But all right, we're gonna go inside. I'm gonna flip the camera around and let's collect the eggs and see what we got. We already collected eggs. Get close enough they can see you. We already collected eggs earlier today, right?
Yeah.
Because we didn't collect them yesterday. Watch that wire.
Yeah.
I see it moving. Something made it move. But we collected eggs earlier because we moved some roosting boxes and added another one to this pen. So I'm gonna show y'all all that. I'm gonna flip the camera around and we'll get whatever eggs we'll lay today. I don't want to go in that gate. too aggravating to come in and out.
We
So,
don't
all right. Let's follow the little man here. Show him you wearing your knife.
It's a very nice holster.
All right. It's called a sheath for a knife. A holster's for a firearm. All right. Is there one in the first pen? I don't think so, because I think we'd already gotten one. All right. Well, you need to go get it. The baby chicks are doing really well. They were running around all over the pen today. They actually venture out a little bit every now and then. Let's see if I can get y'all a better shot. But they venture out a little bit every now and then. And right now, since the rain's cooled it off a little bit, they're getting back up under that light for heat.
See, look at her eye.
Can't see it.
Her eye's knocked out.
He swears that chicken only has one eye.
It does.
I don't know. All right, I hope the audio is okay, guys, because I'm actually wearing a microphone, and we'll see. All right, so that egg is a ceramic egg that I bought, and we added a little bit more straw to it today, and I'm going to back up. Y'all see we lifted the nesting box about a foot higher than it used to be. What's happening is mice were building nests up under the nesting box, and the chickens couldn't get in there to get them. And they tend to like to roost and lay eggs a little bit higher, so I lifted this box up. And we gathered all the eggs at that time, and look how many they've laid. Back away. You got to be able to, look, you got to be able to see the camera. So there's 6 eggs that's been laid since we did this about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. All right.
And yeah, it's close to another day. And we've still got a
All
lot
right,
of eggs
going in.
already.
I'm right behind you. All right, so he's up. There's the hen in the nesting box. So we added the 3rd nesting box in here. I took them down, raised them up about close to a foot. Same issue.
This one's the small egg. That one's
Yep.
the small egg.
Minor issue is the mice building nest up under it, and the chickens couldn't get to them. I actually watched the chicken get a mouse from the middle pen, and you know they run around with it and chase each other wanting it, but she ate that thing.
In the floor.
So we added a 3rd nesting box in here and raised him up about a foot. So he was a big help to me for that. And it's been a good day. We've done quite a few projects. I'm sorry, let me turn back around. This moving mess when I'm, all right. So it's been a good day. We've done several projects. First project we did was the nesting box. He's going in to get the egg from the barnyard mix over here with the babies. Let me flip around. They're moving around. Look at there. So he's getting that egg from that side. But just wipe it off. It's fine. We're going to wipe it off inside. All right, come on. I got to make sure the gates are locked because my grandyoungin doesn't always make sure the gates are locked. And I don't want to let them out in this weather because... All right, so how many eggs did you get since we finished the nesting boxes? Looks like 8.
Yeah, 8.
Okay, so we got 8 more. I don't even know how many we got earlier, but it was a full basket from yesterday and this morning, right?
Yep.
All right, and turn the camera back around. I'm having to come out the gate. All right, you want to run those in the house and then meet me at the raised bed garden?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we got those nesting boxes moved up and added the 3rd one to the White Knight's pen with the Rhode Island Reds and added some straw to them. And I've got the artificial 3 of those ceramic eggs in there, but I wanted them to get their nest made with that hay before I put the egg in the nest. They are breaking eggs every now and then. I actually had 2 this morning that they had pecked through. So we're going to move those eggs into the nesting box and hopefully break them from trying to break the eggs. You want to go ahead and do that? Go in there and move those ceramic eggs into the nest? All right, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to flip y'all back around and watch him go in there and get those ceramic eggs. I put it up under the rollaway part so they couldn't get to it. Now he's gonna go in there and get those eggs and put them where the hen's setting. So maybe they'll peck on those ceramic eggs and realize they can't break it and break them of the habit of breaking eggs and eating them. So they definitely were doing that. We had, like I say, 2 this morning. So that's not a good thing. And that's what these ceramic eggs are for. It helps. You put it in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I can't see them.
They're in the middle.
Okay. All right, so he said he put them in the middle. I hear a little bit of a sprinkle. We got to wrap this video up before we get too wet. We've been caught in the rain how many times a day?
4, maybe 5.
4 or 5? Yeah.
4 or 5 times while we were trying to finish the garden.
Yep. So here it is sprinkling again. Let me flip this back around. All right, so we're gonna step up under the lean-to on the barn, mini barn, and I'm gonna pause y'all and give it just a few minutes and see if it'll stop again, okay? We'll be right back. Nope, that's start. All right, guys, we had to wait a few minutes. We went ahead and filled the chicken feeders while we were waiting on the rain to stop. So let's go out here and show you what we did with the raised bed garden. And just FYI, the first half he whined and moaned and groaned about it being hot and he was tired. And as soon as we stopped, oh, what are we gonna do? I said, we gotta go finish. So let me show y'all what we did. We added a 6-foot wide piece of weed mat to the front and overlapped it just far enough to cover up the edge and the weeds that were trying to come in. So that, to me, that looks so much better. We added a 4-foot run to this side. So now I've got room for those 4x8 beds that I want, which I'm figuring up the space we've got. We're gonna add about 12 4x8 beds on the outside of this frame. This frame, remember, is going to turn into a greenhouse. So the greenhouse is going to be surrounded by 4x8 beds.
I found a squash with a dead flower on it.
It's fine. It'll open back up.
Okay.
All right, and then on this end, I added a 4-foot run, and it wasn't quite enough, so I added a second 4-foot run. So we actually added about 7 feet to this right-hand side, and that gives me plenty of room to put, excuse me, to put 3 4x8 raised beds down this side, and then one on the corner starting that way, and over here we're going to end up with about 12 4x8 raised beds, which is a lot of growing space if you count what I've got here. So in the inside the greenhouse, there are 4 3x6 raised beds and 2 4x8 raised beds, and then 2 3x3s. So my plan is when I get this thing covered and framed out, there'll be like barn style sliding doors on each end in the middle, and just so we can open it up and get plenty of airflow and easy to haul soil and stuff in and out from either end. So let me walk back here and show y'all. So from this point, you would be looking at sliding barn doors to open up and walk inside. We may end up going with a different plan, but that's my plan now. And the same thing on the other end. And then we will have 3 4x8 raised beds down that side where Reed is. All right, and then it'll start here in the corner with another 4x8 raised bed. Then there'll be a space and then another 4x8 raised bed on that corner with 3 more down this side, another one on the other corner, and another one on that front corner. And we may, let's see, we did 3, 4, 5, that's 10. So I may have planned one more on each end, but it's going to take 10 or 12 4x8 raised beds to do what we're planning to do. So I've still got a few little pieces that I need to cover up with another piece of landscape fabric, but that's what he cut off the zucchini plant, y'all. There was several little blooms on there, male flowers and such, but that's all right. It'll recover.
It was a dead flower. It had fallen off.
I know that one. But he's learning how to use his knife, and that thing was much sharper than he expected it to be. But we also took 8 more of these 10-gallon potato grow bags that I use for other stuff, and filled them with soil from this 3x3 bed and some from that 4x8 where the red potatoes were grown. So we mixed the soil really well in these bags. You see this one still needs a little bit more, but I'll probably add another shovel load to each one of these bags and then plant in them some more plants, and hopefully some tomatoes, because my grandson loves tomatoes. So, all right, I hope that looks good to y'all, because I really like the way it looks. It's going to make it so much easier as far as weeding and dealing with stuff. And now it's ready when I am ready to get more raised beds, which is going to be a while. I've got other projects first, but at least for next year, hopefully we'll have it done. And let me show y'all what's popped up in the seed trays. So we've got some basil that's come up here, soybean that's come up there, 2 Japanese cucumber, and 2 pole beans that have come up. So that's just last night and today. So hopefully the rest will come up, and I've left the top off. With this rain we're getting and as humid as it is, I've left the top off to help them dry out a little bit. And they seem to be doing pretty doggone well so far. So this one we're probably going to just start over with that one, but either way, that's what I'm hoping for. So the cucumber and the pole beans are going on the trellis in that middle bed in the what's going to be greenhouse. So we're finally getting a little progress now. I'm going to plant some more tomatoes for these grow bags. So we'll just have to see it works out. All right, Reed. You like the knife?
Yeah.
I figured he might. He ain't took that thing off, and he does pull it out without me telling him to. But he's getting there. He's learning. He's learning how sharp it is. He actually touched me with the tip when he was trying to cut a squash off a little while ago. Just the tip, and it drew a little spot of blood. And I'm like, you got to be careful. So, good thing it wasn't any worse than that. So, guys, I appreciate y'all following along on the channel, subscribing, hitting the thumbs up, and leaving us comments. It really does help break that algorithm so that it'll suggest our channel a little bit more and help us grow. And I think he'd take this cat home if he could, but they got 3 dogs in the house, so I don't believe how that'd work out real well.
I would take him home.
Now, Louie don't mind him holding him, but he doesn't like me holding him. Guys, thank y'all very much. Remember what I've always told you. What do I tell them?
Jesus loves them, and so do you.
So do we.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ loves you, and so do we. Thank y'all very much. Y'all be safe and grow some food.